On today's episode of What Grinds My Gears, we're going to talk about what annoys me about productions. And yes, we're going to be doing some complaining on this one. So if you're into that, this is the video for you. Let's talk about productions. Now, one of the most annoying things I find is when we get an outside production, we load it, client looks at it, and then starts asking questions about it. They're like, why the images like that? Why is the text like that? Why is there a problem like this? I don't know why there's a problem. Why are you asking me about this? And I usually look at it and like, yeah, that's how the images look like. That's how the other side imaged it. They have cutoffs, they have this, they have that problem. Why don't you ask them? And then they start like, well, what could have been done so this doesn't happen? Or what caused this? I'm like, would you stop asking me about it? You received this from somebody. Somebody did this. You asking these questions to people who didn't actually do this. We can only speculate, right? We're just guessing. Maybe this is what happened. Maybe that's what happened. You have somebody who sent you this data. Ask those people what settings they used, what QC they did, and so on. Don't ask us. We're just loading this and showing it to you, please. But I'm sure you know it gets worse from there. Next thing they start asking, can you fix things? Oh my God. How am I going to fix these things for you? You want me to start re-imaging TIFFs? No, I cannot fix those. And then they say, oh, we're missing extracted text or something, and we don't have proper OCR. Can you start OCRing images? Can you fix this? Can you fix that? Why are you asking me to fix it? Somebody should be fixing it for you. If we're fixing it, we're going to charge you money for it. Why would you want to pay me to attempt to fix somebody's half-assed job? Just contact the people who did it and have them fix it properly and resend it. And then there's some issues you cannot fix. Sometimes there are problems with a DAT file where somebody did some careless search and replacing, things got shifted. Those are the things you cannot fix. Yet the client will still insist, but maybe you can do something. We really don't want to talk to other people. And I don't understand why. Why wouldn't you want to talk to other people? They're the ones who screwed up in the first place, and they should be fixing it for free. All right, let's do one more. So here is the other thing that I noticed some companies do. And it is not producing all the files that are part of the production. So normally we have a DAT file, we have OPT file, we have folder with images, with text, with native. But then you have a client who calls up and says, okay, yeah, you prepare this production, but don't include this, right? And they say, don't include text. We're like, why? They're like, no, we don't want to produce text. So don't include that folder, but produce everything else. Or they're going to say exclude a load file or some weird thing like that. And while I don't necessarily care, right, I can exclude a file, but then what happens is we get productions like that where somebody just sends natives and PDFs or natives and TIFFs, but there is no OPT, so we don't know where dug breaks are. Some weird stuff like that with just randomly missing files. And what's the client gonna do? They're gonna say, can you fix it? Oh my God. So please, when you create productions, you need to trust your e-discovery vendor, or at least share the ESI stipulation with them so they read it and then make a decision together as to what files should or should not be included. You're creating a lot more work on people, and then those people are going to do the same thing to you. So please follow all the proper production specifications, include all the files, and don't make anybody's life more difficult than it needs to be. So you can probably guess that I've been receiving a lot of outside productions lately that have been broken. Anyway, what are the issues that you see in outside prods? Put them in the comment section below. Don't forget to follow on LinkedIn, subscribe on YouTube, and I will see you on another video.